Hello, I'm Maurice Bernard. This is my official YouTube channel. I'll be keeping you updated with the latest news, so please subscribe to my channel. Britt has always been one of my favorite characters. She is smart, capable, and carries herself with that wonderful mix of strength and vulnerability that Kelly Thibault portrays so beautifully. Yet right now I can see Britt truly panicking as the secrets surrounding Cassius begin to surface. She thought she was simply helping her brother, perhaps out of family loyalty or lingering guilt from the past, but the reality is turning out to be far more troubling. I have watched Britt grow through so many challenges over the years, from her medical career to her complicated family ties, and this moment feels like one of her most defining tests, yet she is in deep, and her growing realization is painted so clearly on screen that my heart actually aches for her. The heart of the matter, of course, centers on Jocelyn. Cassius's crime is directly tied to Jocelyn's captivity, and this development proves one of the boldest new adjustments the show has made in a long while. It is not just another disappearance storyline. This feels personal and layered because it pulls Britt right into the center of the storm. When Jocelyn vanished so suddenly after Britt confided in Cassius about her connection to the WSB, it was no coincidence. Britt is piecing it together quickly now, and I believe her panic is only going to intensify as she understands the full scope of what her brother has done. I keep asking myself, how a woman as intelligent as Britt let herself get pulled in so far, and the answer comes quickly. Family bonds can blind even the sharpest minds, especially when old secrets and possible blackmail are involved. We still do not know nearly enough about Cassius Faison, or exactly who he is truly working for, and that mystery is what makes this plot so addictive. He may very well be blackmailing his own sister, using threats or hidden truths from their shared past to force her cooperation. Cassius does not strike me as the kind of man who easily accepts refusal. There is a cold determination in him that reminds me of some of the great villains from earlier eras of the show, yet with a fresh, modern edge. This dark new relationship between Britt and Cassius is truly exploding week by week, and I love how the writers are letting it build slowly rather than rushing to resolution. It feels authentic to the way real family conflicts can simmer and then suddenly boil over. Britt is deeply involved in the cover-up of Nathan West's true identity. There is no denying that. Only a month ago, the truth came out, and she was right in the middle of it. But I believe she is not a willing participant in the larger crimes. She is being manipulated, and that makes her struggle even more compelling. As a longtime viewer, I have seen characters make questionable choices out of love or fear, and Britt's situation feels like a natural evolution of her journey. She will do everything in her power to save Jocelyn. I am certain of it. That determination is already shining through, and it proves there is going to be a powerful explosion of renewed faith and courage in the coming weeks. Britt has always had a strong moral compass beneath her sometimes impulsive decisions, and this time it is going to guide her toward doing the right thing, even if it means turning against her own brother. This storyline is going much further than I initially expected, and that is exactly what keeps me coming back after all these decades. The new adjustments in the narrative are refreshing. They are taking familiar elements, family secrets, and missing persons, and weaving them into something that feels bigger and more consequential. Cassius's actions regarding Jocelyn are forcing everyone around him to confront difficult truths. The accusations of his crimes are building steadily, and I suspect we are heading toward a major confrontation that will shake multiple families in Port Charles. Will Britt find the strength to expose him before more harm is done? I think yes, because deep down, she knows that protecting an innocent young woman like Jocelyn matters more than shielding her brother's dark deeds. What excites me most is how this plot is heating up the entire canvas. Jocelyn's captivity is not happening in isolation. It connects to larger questions about trust, loyalty, and the cost of secrets, themes General Hospital has always explored so masterfully. I can feel the tension rising with every episode, and it reminds me of the classic eras when personal dramas collided with larger threats. Britt's panic is palpable. Her growing determination to rescue Jocelyn is inspiring, and Cassius's shadowy presence keeps me guessing about what he will do next. The show is delivering that perfect blend of suspense, emotion, and character-driven storytelling that made me fall in love with it so many years ago. I have watched Britt face illness, loss, and complicated romances, but this sibling betrayal storyline feels fresh and particularly poignant. Her relationship with Cassius, once perhaps hopeful, is now laced with fear and moral conflict. That transformation is what great daytime drama is all about. It challenges the characters and rewards longtime viewers who have followed their journeys. I truly believe Britt will emerge stronger from this, even if the road ahead is painful. Her willingness to risk everything to save Jocelyn proves that goodness can still prevail when it matters most. As I sit here reflecting on the latest episodes, I feel genuine warmth and excitement for what lies ahead. The story is expanding beautifully, pulling in questions of blackmail, identity theft, and possible larger criminal networks that Cassius may serve. Each new revelation adds another layer, making the entire narrative richer and more engaging. This is why I have stayed loyal to General Hospital through all the changes the television industry has seen. It still knows how to tell stories that touch the heart while keeping the mind racing with possibilities. Britt's panic will likely push her to make bold moves soon. She cannot stay silent forever, not with Jocelyn's safety at stake. And when she finally acts, I suspect the explosion of truth will change many relationships in Port Charles forever. Cassius may think he controls the situation, but I have seen enough over the decades to know that underestimating a determined woman like Britt is usually a serious mistake. The heat is truly on, and the coming weeks promise to deliver some of the most memorable moments of the year. I will keep watching every episode with the same enthusiasm I had when I first discovered this wonderful show. These characters have become like old friends to me, and walking through their triumphs and struggles is a joy I never tire of. The Britt and Cassius saga is proving once again that General Hospital remains at the top of its game, delivering powerful drama with heart and intelligence. I cannot wait to see how it all unfolds, and I know I will be right here, cheering Britt on as she fights to save Jocelyn and reclaim her own peace of mind. The best is still ahead, my friends, and it is going to be an unforgettable ride. I have always admired Jocelyn's strength and courage. She is a young woman who has grown up so much on screen, facing one challenge after another with remarkable resilience. When she finally breaks free, her anger and sense of betrayal will be raw and justified. She trusted the wrong people, and now she believes Britt's involvement with Cassius and the cover-up surrounding Nathan West directly led to her nightmare. This new layer is rising to a boiling point, especially with the controls that Cassius has tried to maintain over the entire situation. It proves one of the most fascinating new obsessions the show has introduced lately. The writers are not simply rescuing a character and moving on. They are forcing us to examine the consequences of every secret and every compromised choice. What makes this adjustment so delightfully crazy, in the best General Hospital tradition, is how it turns Britt's own actions into a brand new obsession for everyone involved. Britt, who started out trying to help her brother and perhaps protect old family secrets, now finds herself at the center of a storm of suspicion. Her panic is growing daily, as she realizes how deeply entangled she has become. I keep asking myself whether Britt truly understood the danger she was helping create, and the answer comes quickly. She did not. She was manipulated, possibly blackmailed, by a brother who clearly does not accept refusal. Cassius has shown himself to be cold and calculating, and now his crimes are pulling Britt down with him in the eyes of those she cares about. As a longtime viewer who has seen countless family betrayals and redemption arcs, I find this current chapter particularly compelling. Jocelyn's escape will not bring immediate peace. Instead, it will spark accusations that force Britt to confront the full weight of her decisions. Will she defend herself by finally exposing Cassius? Or will her fear of being labeled a willing accomplice make her hesitate? I believe Britt will choose the harder, braver path. She has always had a good heart beneath her mistakes, and this obsession with fixing what she helped break is going to define her in the coming weeks. The story is expanding in such a wild yet believable way, blending the personal pain of sibling betrayal with larger questions of trust and accountability. The heat surrounding this plot is undeniable. Every episode feels heavier with consequence. Jocelyn's return will bring relief to her loved ones, especially Carly, but it will also ignite new conflicts that ripple across Port Charles. Britt's growing obsession with saving Jocelyn and clearing her own name is becoming the emotional core of the tale. She is no longer just reacting. She is actively fighting to make things right, even as the accusations fly. This new adjustment is truly mad in the most wonderful sense. It takes what could have been a simple rescue story and transforms it into a deep exploration of guilt, loyalty, and the price of silence. I love how the show continues to surprise me after all these decades. Characters I have followed for years are being tested in fresh ways. Britt's journey from panic to determined action feels authentic and earned. Jocelyn's anger will be painful to watch, yet necessary for her growth. And Cassius, his shadow still looms large, suggesting the danger may not be over even after the escape. The controls he once held are slipping, and that shift is creating some of the most exciting television General Hospital has offered lately. Thank you for watching my video. I will regularly update you with the latest news about the drama General Hospital, so please stay tuned.